How many people have you become just to get here? And tell me the truth. With all the roles that you have assumed throughout your life, when was the last time that you truly felt yourself? It doesn't happen all at once. It's one yes at a time. A yes to expectation, a yes to not to disappoint, a yes to be loved. And so we've become very good to be everything for everyone else. And in doing so, we tend to disappear. And then we carry this heritage that we build forward with us, but we don't have to carry it. So today, I'm going to explore one way that I learn how to transform it through my personal journey, through my camera lens, and simply through the power of creativity. So it becomes something that we carry forward instead of something that carry us. This is what I learned, and I would like for you to come along with me on my journey. It started one ordinary morning. I had just woken up. I was sitting down in my bed for 20 minutes, going through all the to-do lists that I had in my mind. And in my head, I had just answered a few phone calls, answered some emails. I even made breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a family that was still sleeping. In that stillness, I asked myself, who is doing all of this? Obviously, the answer was me, but I did not recognize me in that moment because I had slowly identified myself with the needs of everyone else. I had disappeared in my own shadow. But the shadow is not our enemy. The shadow is not a flaw. The shadow exists because the light is present. It happens when we stand in front of ourselves and the light. And usually the shadow carries our heritage. And we just have to decide what we want to do with that. I'm a photographer, and I use my lenses to look for the light. Look at these two photos. Same subject, but the same, a different story. Why? The light is different, the angle is different, the exposure is different. Therefore, these two photos are taken with, the first one is taken with a flat light, and when you take a photo in a flat light, the photo looks washed out. You lose the detail, and you lose the shape of what's in it. So the photographer's job is not to erase the shadow, because it's the shadow that gives its depth and its meaning. So the photographer analyzes where is the light coming from, what is revealing, what is it hiding. Then you change your angle. You arrange your exposure. And now, same subject, these are the same flowers, but my relationship with them has changed. Life is the same way. The part of us that we want to hide, the fear, they're not mistakes. They're there to give us details, to give us depth, and to show us that there is a light. We don't need to erase our heritage. We just have to see it, to understand it, and then decide what we want to do with it. Because when we realize other people's fear, other people's expectation, the silence that we learn when speaking up was not safe, When we realize that all of this does not belong to us, but we have to understand and we have to question it. When we realize that this is not what is a part of us, then it's the time that we start to reacting to it and decide, what do I want to keep forward and what do I want to leave? It's just taking a moment to breathe, a moment to say no, a moment to understand what we want to bring with us. And it's a moment where we should have a space inside of us. And when there's that space, something happens. And what happens is creativity. Creativity is the tool that allows you to come out of your own shadow, because every single step towards yourself is a step towards your light. Creativity is the place where your heritage meets your freedom. It pushes you to question it. What if instead of what's expected? How do I express myself instead of just continuing? Therefore, creativity is the place where you find yourself. But I'm not speaking just creativity that is just for the talent one. Creativity shows up in our lives every single day. When you wake up in the morning, you make that breakfast. When you get dressed, these are all creative choices. How you're solving your problem, this is the creativity in your life. So at the beginning, I asked you, how many people have you become to just get here? And now I want to ask you something else. With all the roles that you have assumed, when was the last time that you want to really show up for yourself? Which part of you is waiting for that part to show up? Because every version of you are real. The parent, husband, wife, brother, sister, the caretaker, the professional, they're not mistakes. They're part of who you are. But there has always been a photographer in you, the one that sees, the one that chooses what the story becomes, the one that is the subject and the story to be told. You saw what happened when the light changes. So you don't have maybe to find yourself. You just have to see yourself honestly in your full light. So what you decide to do with your own light, how you decide to create, that is going to be the heritage you leave behind. You are the subject, you're the photographer, and the story that you create, it's finally yours. Thank you.